The campaign was unveiled here on the steps of Kentucky's Capitol, and it comes at a time when immigration is a hot-button issue in politics and elections.
You have to become a citizen. Citizens should only be voting in this country.
The new ad from the group Americans for Citizen Voting features immigrants talking about voting and ends with this message.
Vote yes on Proposition 1. Ensure only U.S. citizens vote in Kentucky's elections.
Amendment 1 will appear on every Kentucky ballot this fall and will read, are you in favor of amending sections 145 and 155 of the Constitution of Kentucky to prohibit persons who are not citizens of the United States from being allowed to vote in the Commonwealth of Kentucky? The question then includes the sections to be changed, and voters can answer yes or no.
As I travel around my district, the 19th House District, I hear often about what's going on at our southern border.
Republican Representative Michael Meredith says it's a preemptive move to prevent local communities from allowing non-U.S. citizens to vote in city council and school board races, as they are now allowed to do in some communities in 4 U.S. states and Washington, D.C.
Citizens should be making the decisions about how the government is handled. If you want to become a citizen, there's a pathway to that.
Non-U.S. citizens are already prohibited from voting in state and federal elections, but Democratic Representative Nima Kulkarni, who is also an immigration lawyer, says some U.S. citizens are in the country legally for long periods and are essentially members of their local communities.
So just because you're not a citizen doesn't mean that you're not a green card holder, which is every refugee that enters into the United States. They're permanent residents. And it includes people that have been green card holders sometimes for decades, that have children and grandchildren that are U.S. citizens, who should have a say in things like school board elections and local elections.
Kulkarni says she believes the real motive behind this amendment is to energize the Republican base.
It is a get-out-the-vote strategy, and it's a get-out-the-vote strategy for a particular type of voter.
Of course, supporters of Amendment 1 note that former President Donald Trump is projected to easily win Kentucky, a deep red state. Mark Vanderhoff, WLKY News.